a maze background and a little animal or sprite which is going to run around the maze. If it touches the maze, it's going to go back to the beginning. To do this, we're going to create a maze as a new sprite, and to create a new sprite we use the little brush, click the brush, and we get a new sprite. If you see your window a small bar along here, a scroll bar, then press this button to make your screen a little larger. Let me go again. You can make it larger or you can make it smaller by just pressing that button there. And this, on this side we have our designer, and the way we're going to design this is by drawing rectangles for the maze. So we need to choose the rectangle tool, and when we choose the rectangle tool we get two options. Do we just want to do a border, so it looks like a box with nothing in the middle, or do we want to have it filled in the middle? We're going to choose the fill in the middle and a colour to go with it. I'm going to choose blue. Now to build the maze on the screen, I'm going to take my mouse and I'm going to click and drag just a little bit of width. I'm going to do a border all the way around the box of the whole sprite. There we go, there's the first one. When we let go of the mouse, we get these handles here, which means that I can move this on the screen to place it. If I'm happy with where it is, I can click in the grey area, the handles will disappear, and that is sort of glued onto the page, and then I can draw my next piece. So the way to do it is to click, drag, let go, and click in the box. Click, drag, let go, click in the box. Click, drag, let go, click in the box. So there's my border around my maze. This is going to make sure that the character, the little animal at the moment, cannot possibly go off the maze. Don't forget, if he touches the maze, he's going to go back to the start. So I'm going to complete my maze by drawing some columns so that he can run around in. There we go, there's my first one. Try one from the bottom now. The second one. Third one. And fourth one. You can get inventive if you want, but try to keep it simple to begin with, otherwise the maze game will be a little bit difficult to play and people won't want to play your game. So there we go, let's do one horizontally as well. Okay, so there's my maze. My animal's going to start here, run around the maze and hopefully get to the bottom, and we decide what we're going to do when he reaches the end, either move to another level, give him some points or what have you. Okay, so there's my maze. First thing I'm going to do is come up to where it says costume 1. I'm going to change that and I'm going to call that level 1. We may have lots of levels. They will be costumes inside the sprite. They won't be new sprites. So that has just about finished my maze. What I do need to do again is come over to this sprite here. At the moment it's called sprite 2, which is not very good. If I click the blue information button, it opens up and gives me some information about this particular sprite, and I can change its name, and I'm going to change its name to maze. So there we are, we've got our maze. Let's close that down again. We've got our maze, we created it. We've named it level 1 and we've called it maze. If you didn't have enough space to design, if you saw a scroll bar, don't forget you can click this button here to stretch the screen, give you more space or shorten it. On my computer here, it's got enough space so it doesn't actually have any problems. But you don't want scroll bars. If you've got that, then when you create your maze, it's not actually going to fit on the screen. So there we go. I'm just going to drag my maze into position on the stage. There we go. Once we finish this task, it might be a nice idea to choose File and Save. Choose a location to save it on your computer system, I'm going to go to Documents, and I'm going to call this Maze Runner, and click Save. So that's our first task. Obviously I can't save that. So let's save here. Maze Runner. There we go. So that's our first task. The next task is to try to add some coding so that cat animal runs around the screen.